Hello there, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me know how the audio is. If everything's working. I am obviously on a bit of a different setup, but I believe it's been, for my tests, it's been working pretty okay. Hello, everybody. Oh yes, happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes, PNG today. Back to my origins. Back to my origins. So I'm actually on the... I'll be playing off the Steam Deck today, and so far it's been working okay, I think. But we'll just see how this goes. And I hope everybody's been doing well. We can get rid of this just in case. Let us... I'm a very old man, of course. Anybody who wants to play themselves. Please enjoy it. Let us just... Before we start, let us check on everything that's... Anything... Like these things. Before we grab the new ego, let us... extract. Take a peek here. I'm sure everybody's looked and probably already pulled for these already. I have to say, even when I see the numbers, I don't know how well I could judge them, but I'm really excited by these unit designs. Let's actually start with Merceau. Because I've always thought if we're gonna do away with cards exactly, although we still get to do things like discard. How can we use this new like skill chaining system? What interesting gameplay design can we do with that? And I've always thought like absolute resonance is a bit underutilized. So this idea of like emphasizing it, I'm really excited for you. But they really feel like something I have to test with, but I'm excited to get them and play with them when I can. So envy damage up and bleed. Just looking for the exact how much. So envy damage up, and it's probably a good choice to... make them MV. I mean, obviously they're purple already, but... So I'm just thinking. But obviously, like, envy is probably the most powerful in terms of... like, the nukes that we have. I worry that we're gonna end up at some point with, like, a lot of envy-resistant bosses, but... to be able to experiment with this kind of unit, this is probably what we want to do. So envy power up. 2 allies adjacent. This, I'm interested. This is the kind of stuff I want to see more of. I brought up the idea of having different bonuses depending on like whether the skill is at the top or bottom. That's also something I think that could be interesting to play with. The only sort of... I mean, I'd be interested if there's other similar systems. The only thing I've seen that sort of plays with positioning like this is, I think it was called Sidorica. I downloaded it just to give it a shot, and it does this sort of making different like chains, and you have to actually make different shapes to make the different skills, and I just thought that sort of planning for the current skills that you use, how that influences what you use later, really interesting. Yeah, +5. Oh, resistant to blunt. Storka, yes. Okay, so it's 4 plus envy resonance, coin power +1, 6 plus envy absolute resonance. That's really something you're gonna have to plan for. Especially because, like, if we're taking into... Because if we're... Our nuke skills... Our skill 3, so only have one of them. That's gonna be not easy to set up exactly. Oh yeah, the 1-2-4 pip combos. I thought it was really neat. I didn't play the game like long enough. I just kind of downloaded it to get a feel for it. But I thought it was an interesting addition to sort of turn-based combat. So Vengeance Mark. This is always good. Envy Fragility. Vengeance Mark is interesting. I definitely feel like it's going to be more... It's better for units where we can target. One where we can target and also just bosses, because it's likely only going to be one target. 4+ Envy Resonance. 5 Vengeance Mark, unit that dealt the most skill damage. The target has Vengeance Mark, Final Power +1. Another surviving ally from the middle. Least SP at turn end from the same faction. This is interesting that they're making it just same faction, not necessarily the middle. Hi Jacob! Yeah! We get to see the middle now. I mean, I guess we technically got to see the middle if you saw any of that, like... I guess it was scrapped Runa art. But nice that we get to see how they work properly. Okay. I guess Envy, just 4+ Envy Resonance isn't that big. Okay, heal SP. Proof of Loyalty. Skill gains. One offense level by highest absolute resonance divided by 2, max 6. Boost offense level. Gain double the offense level from above effects and folk. Oh, okay. 7 or fewer participant limits. Interesting. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep. Like, these units are more complex. I won't spend too long here. But definitely, although maybe somebody on my friends list has pulled them. And then SP healing is always good. But definitely units I need to test myself. Blunt damage up. I mean, I think Blunt is probably the most powerful unit type here. So let us collect our things. I did. I mean, it's not very hard if you just do your... Okay, so we'll get these. If you just do your weekly hard mirror dungeon. I made sure to do one earlier so we could pick up both of them.
많이 따가울걸요? 일단 데이면 상처에서 안 떨어질 테니까.
The scythe is so cool. I really like the ego where it changes their hair a little bit. Oh yeah, and they change it to a hay.
기록은 끝났습니다. 남은 건 그대를 자유케 하는 것.
I love the book and quill pen. It's just... I'm not sure about this abnormality. It's scary. Let's take a look at them. Okay, uptie 4. Is this under 50%? I forget how they're doing this. At under 50% HP, attack weight +1. Oh, it has normal attack weight of 2. Pierce. Gain additional attack weight. Like rupture by gluttony residence will inflict gluttony fragility. I want more of these. I definitely want more of these. Although I definitely want more fragility skills, but I'm trying to think of what we have as like a gluttony to use for gluttony. And bind on demand is always good. So you want to be. So is this meant to? I've never used.
잡스러운 맛이 올라오는 것을
I've never
방치하는 것과 마찬가지입니다.
used K-Corp Honglu very much. I don't know if this is meant to synergize there. Okay, target the unit with the least HP. Okay, that's a low. That's when it gets harder for indiscriminate. Higher line god. More attack weight. Heal 50%. 2 bind. Loving the note. Thank you. And then if struck at less than 50% HP, inflict 1 rupture. Okay. This definitely feels like a K-Corp Honglu ego. So they changed this. It used to be a Tet, now it's a Hey. I feel like I'd choose this over Soda or Roseate Desire, but it's also probably better to have more options. I did uptie Dimension Shredder to 4 just because I wanted more AoE slash, and I had the shards. Okay, let's see what your deal is. At 4+, highest lust, absolute residence, attack weight +1. Okay, slash. Okay, I like more slash AoE. At 6+, highest lust, absolute residence, additional attack weight +1. Oh, burn. Burn definitely needs... Okay, convert to burn to 1 defense level down. Okay. That's okay, because burn, you have a limit. I mean, when you get high enough, I don't think just 2 burn is gonna make that much of a difference anyway. Defense level, indiscriminate, targets randomly, more lost absolute resonance, tails hit, inflict 2 bind, yep, negative, 4 burn, 2 burn, 2 defense level down, okay. Could be Faust ego? That's the question. I feel like Faust... Let's just go to... I feel like she's, if we're using a Dawn team, she's likely, you're gonna want to likely use, I mean, even one of these 3. For the Envy particularly. And then if you're doing that, I don't think you're gonna want to replace Hexnail. But we'll see. Maybe there's more burn down the line, but they're not like... Is it just convert to... Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Nothing like... And then for Honglu... Nothing I'd jump on yet. I probably should. He was one of my... K-Corp was one of my pickups like right at the end of the season, so I haven't tested too much yet. But I want to get more into... I want to experiment more with Rupture. My favorite association is Seven, who seems to be pretty associated with Rupture at the moment, so... I should probably try that more, but okay. Enough noodling around. Let us continue a bit. I feel bad because I really want to be Cruise Party. I want to be more on top of the meta than I am. But it's not the... Oh, we never... Did these not unlock? I thought these unlocked like way part by part, but maybe they didn't back then. Anyway. Oh yeah, I don't know much about Soul Edge or Soul Calibur, so, but if there are cool books and cool pens, I'm interested in that. But let us continue. And Again, let me know how audio is.
호수를 바라볼 때마다 늘 일렁이는 모습의 내가 보여. 호수가 아무리 달라져도 물 위에 비친 내 모습은 늘 일그러져 있으니 오히려 찌그러지고 일렁거리는 게 내 진짜 모습 아닐까.
I happened upon Ishmael's musing around the time that we were on our way to the elusive Lobotomy Court branch of the Great Lake. It had been a while since our last disastrous incident. This is the first CG and I'm already like, this might be the thumbnail.
호수에 비춰온 뒤틀린 모습들이 사실은 옳았던 것일지도 모르지.
Distortion. Even from a distance, it was evident that Ishmael was gazing down at her own reflection in the water. I rested my wandering feet and decided to watch her for a moment. I wanted to see what Ishmael was looking at, together.
손에 피가 맺혔었지. 소금물이 들어가서 쓰라렸고 당장이라도 그걸 넣지 않으면 정신이 나갈 정도로 아팠는데 놓을 수 없었어. 나는 무엇을 놓고 싶지 않았던 걸까?
관리자님, 와보셔야겠습니다. 다음 좌표에 가까워진 것 같습니다.
Okay.
저도 보죠.
Ishmael woke from her introspection and straightened herself. She strode towards us.
앞에는 뭐가 있죠? 눈앞에 보이는 것과 레이더 상이 잡히는 것은 한쪽의 배뿐이다. 그리고 이번 호수에서의 대기는 3시간인 듯하다. 다음 호수로 갈 때까지 3시간을 기다려야 하는데. 관리자님이 요전번처럼 파도에 맞서게 허락만 해주신다면 그럴 필요는 없겠지만.
No, Otis. The losses were worse than I anticipated. And remember what Ishmael said. We were extremely lucky the waves that came for us was a relatively manageable one.
명령하신 대로 따르겠습니다.
Thanks to Otis, who quickly abandoned the idea, the Sinners and I could observe this new vessel with somewhat lighter hearts.
다행히 해적선으로 보이지는 않아요. 저거...
저거는 미니 크로스가 아니지 않소? 파티베요, 파티베!
Even from this distance, I could see the colorful balloons and banners decorating the ship.
난 파티가 정말 좋소! 거기서는 모두가 나처럼 큰 소리로 소리 지르고 뛰어다녀도 혼날 걱정 없으니 얼마나 신나워! 베르, 애를 얼마나 구박했으면 이렇게...
I do miss the 3D model for a fully animated one, but I think this does represent the big smile on my face right now.
아, 저런 데에서는 보통 특산물 요리도 내놓을 텐데 술도 있고 거기서만 맛볼 수 있는 귀한 음식일 텐데.
Rhodia and Don Quixote both shot twinkling glances in my direction, then at Virgilius, then back at me. Virgilius shrugged. Whatever we decided to do here was none of his business. Well, maybe they can tell us something about the nearby Lobotomy Court branch. Or maybe they know something about the LCCB agents? Don Quixote was rhythmically swaying her shoulders. Maybe she's trying to imitate the Marlin dance she glimpsed back at the club?
이보게들! 뭐 좀 물어보겠네!
Oh no. It's gonna be dance music. You can't see me dance! The faintly blaring music was the only response.
이 음악 때문에 안 들릴 수도 있겠어. 하여간, 요새 음악은 지나치게 시끄러워서. 건너가서 물어보고 그렇게 빠르겠어.
I guess we can quickly stop by and ask them a few questions. We had 3 hours to kill anyway. Might as well make ourselves useful and collect some intel. Ishmael shot a glance at Regilius before staring at the floor wordlessly.
저 배가 누구의 배인지 어떤 일을 겪은 배였는지를 정확히 모르는 상태에서 간다는 것은 무모한 짓이라고 생각되지만 관리자님이 그렇게 생각하셨다면 네, 건너가죠.
저거는 또 갑자기 오티스나 할 법한 말을 하네.
이렇게 하기로 했을 뿐이에요.
이제 이 코트를 사용할 수 있게 되었군요.
이건 뒤집어질 염려는 없는 것이오. 구명조끼나 튜브는 안 넣어도 될까요?
By the time all 13 of us squeezed our way in, the skiff was absolutely packed and precariously swaying. Some sinners' faces darkened with concern. Don't worry, guys. Even if you all drown, I'll bring you guys right back. All right as rain. Just kidding.
자, 파티에 취해 너무 늦게 돌아오진 말라고.
In a manner that was extremely out of character, Regilius waved at us. Does he know something that we don't? Cruise party? 2. I still don't see anyone on the deck.
기다려 보시오. 내가 배에 있는 힘껏 숨을 불어담아 소리를 질러 보겠소.
야, 파임마!
그런데 이런 선상 파티 같은 건 우리가 막 들어와도 괜찮은 거야? 그 뭐냐? 응? 초대장도 없을 텐데.
주눅들지 마, 그래. 이런 건 원래 같이 즐길수록 신나는 거야.
파티고 나발이고 목표는 정보 수집이에요. 헛짓거리하면 놓고 갈 겁니다.
여기 진짜 좋아 보이긴 하네요.
Wait, hold on a sec. Let me see if I can... like this? Oh, this kind of works, I think. There we go. It's a bit like dancing. I mean, more like vibrating, but... Numerous liquor bottles and half-eaten food were strewn about haphazardly all over the deck.
바로 직전까지 이 자리에서 파티를 벌이고 있었던 것으로 보인다.
안쪽에 불이 켜져 있어. 잽싸게 가보고 오리라.
Don Quixote, running on sheer excitement for a party, scuttled to the cabins.
아, 시끄러운 게 하나 사라졌네. 그럼
Heathcliff slammed his fist into the loudspeaker that's been blaring music this entire time. Oh, I guess. No more. Back to static.
아, 이제야 살 것 같네. 귀 터지는 줄 알았어.
I decided to remain silent. The music was pretty loud.
음악이 꺼지니까 영 썰렁해지는구만.
그러고 보니 지금 상황과 비슷한 이야기가 생각나네요. 유모가 해준 옛날 이야기가 있었는데.
Don Quixote returns with a dumbfounded expression on her face.
없어.
뭐가? 음식? 술? 아니면 둘 다?
아무도 없었어. 그저 불만 켜져 있었다는 것이오. 방금까지 파티가 있었던 게 자명한데 사람 하나 없다는 게 말이 된다고 보나?
This is a good, eerie track. There should at least be bodies.
진짜요? 뭐 숨바꼭질이라도 하는 것일지도.
이런 모임에 모일 만한 사람들이 들어올 거라고는 상상이 잘 안 되지 않니?
그럼 사라졌다는 건가요? 여기 사람들이 전부 그러면 이미
Maybe
파도에
they got an invitation.
다른 가능성을 둔다면 배에 창고가 있겠다.
그런데 파티를 하던 사람들이 이 모든 음식과 술을 내버려두고 좁은 창고에 우르르 모여 있다고?
아, 네, 딱 이런 이야기였어요. 성대한 잔치를 한다는 초대장을 받고 어떤 저택에 들어갔는데 아무도 보이지 않는다는 거였어요.
저희 노래나 다시 틀까요?
Yes, please.
라디오 작살냈는데?
이게 파도에 당했던 배라면 당장 나가야 하는데.
그런데 열려있는 어떤 방에서 자꾸 쿵하는 소리가 들리길래 들어가 보았더니 사람들이 두 팔을 편 채로 시체같이 뻣뻣하게 껑충껑충 튀어오르면서
저는 창고를 확인해보고 와야겠어요.
싱클레어 군, 왜 그렇게 손바닥이 흥건하오?
체질이에요.
Sinclair hurriedly left the room in search of the ship's storage.
추는 춤이 한때 유행 중이었다는 이야기였습니다.
춤이라는 건 정말이지 심오한 것인가 보군.
별 이야기도 아니었잖아. 괜히 기대하게 만들고 말이야.
본인은 틀림없이 다시 살아 움직이는 시체의 이야기일 거로 생각했수만
괜히 애 겁주기는. 꼬맹이는 어디로 도망간 거야?
I'll go find Sinclair. Is that the fight icon? Oh, yes. Obviously, the things are there. For what it's worth, since I'm on the Steam Deck, it's mostly from... I've played a bit before. It mostly works... I mean, as you can see, it works really well. There's just... some of the text is a little small. So I might have to bring up... the tooltips at sometimes just so I can see some of the stuff better. Enemy info. Let me just see. Too early? Might be. Okay. 5 out of 6. Let's just see what we're
재촉지 마시오.
getting
말뚝을
into,
쑤셔
and then
넣어주자.
we can reevaluate.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
When we know what the weaknesses are. Pretty dark in here. The hallway to the storage was significantly narrower than the party deck. I had nothing but faint, occasionally flashing lights to guide me through this dark hallway. I decided to proceed carefully. Are they letting Dante go alone? Seriously, this place is way creepier than wherever Honglu was going with his story. Sinclair? You there? This is like gonna be a jump scare CG or something. I wasn't sure where these water droplets were falling from, but they were really getting on my nerves. I don't see anything here. Not that I could in this dark, even if there were. All I see is a very faint ray of light, and... Sinclair? And Sinclair. It seemed to me that he's been standing here for a good while. Exactly how long, I wasn't sure. Sinclair stood there, still like death. He looked up. What are you looking at? Now that I'm in here, I noticed there's something funny about the ray of light. I assumed that the light I saw was from a lamp or something, but no, it was just there, surrounding the general area where Sinclair stood. There was no light source. So the light shining in from the outside maybe? No, that doesn't make sense. We're deep in the ship's storage. A big metal box with no opening for even a single strand of natural light. Besides, it's nighttime. This is getting more and more bizarre by the second. Where's this light coming from? Sinclair, we gotta get out of here. Run, now! Come on! Fear of the unknown intensifies. What I saw defiled every bit of common sense I'd accumulated over the journey, and I had to get Sinclair out of there. I snatched and tugged his limped wrist. Okay. Just quick digress. They've been sort of going into the fear of the unknown, which I don't know, because I haven't read Moby Dick. I don't know if it's a theme there as well. I'm mostly familiar with it from like H.P. Lovecraft, which I also haven't read, but I watch playthroughs of the games. And so I thought it was... I wasn't sure what to make of them sort of making a big deal about it with like the last fight against the whales. Because they're showing them and then also pointing out. I guess it's good that they hit everything but the hand. But here we go. For proper horror, don't show it. Come on, wake up! That seemed to have done the trick. Sinclair suddenly snapped back to reality and began screaming. He bolted out of the room.
아이, 뭐야? 넌 또 왜 그렇게 소리를?
공중의 사람이
이거 진짜 무서워졌는데?
사람 일리가 없죠.
그럼
네, 설명할 시간이 있나요? 당장 무기 들어요.
Okay, I guess now we're seeing it. Okay. What have we got there? These mermaids. Whale of the Thousand Strands mermaid. Okay, blunt. Weak to pierce. Okay. I still think we brought a mix. Target loses 2 SP. And Grave Horror. Target loses 5 SP. This unit heals 10 HP. Bind. If target's SP is below 20, heal 20% more HP from this attack. Target loses 3 SP. Heal by 30%. So on Tails hit. Paralyzed Mind. Okay, this can be dangerous. Like 2 paralyze. Weak to Envy. Passives. When killed in combat, the unit... Oh. Ineffable Shape. The unit that attacked it last loses 10 SP. That's either going to work well or not for Sinclair. I think we'll be okay with this team.
비워보지.
Okay, 2 waves.
깡참.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Oh, too positive. I like the reveal of the mermaids just because we had Miss Mermaid. We had Miss Mermaid in Ruina. And like all of Oswald's compatriots kind of just thought maybe that's just what Oswald thought a mermaid looked like, but now it's like no, Miss Mermaid was a mermaid.
비워보지.
파괴 완료.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
씹는 맛이구나.
Any of you different? No, I think we just saw.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
떼어내주지.
Oh, I like how the
얼얼하지? 정신 못 차릴 거야.
I'm trying to see them better. How the flags almost look like teeth. That's a nice little detail.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
We're out of ammo, that's fine.
깡참.
I like that in the cutscene we have terrified Sinclair, yet I can't keep his sanity negative.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
파괴 완료.
날 뛰어보라고.
Almost. Not that really matters.
키워보지.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
No, okay, yeah, now I see it more. Being like layered shark teeth. That's really cool.
이 정도면 보수도 짭짤하겠는데? 다들 땅 보기 외식이나 할까요?
Cruise Party 4. Let's... I mean,
준비되었습니다.
honestly, hold on, let me actually change the order. That's probably why I was running out of ammo so fast.
출발합니다.
준비되었습니다.
They didn't resist anything, so it's probably fine, honestly.
다들 연장 챙기죠.
출발인가?
자, 풀 뜯을 시간이다.
Yeah.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠소.
Oh, I guess I guess there's also like Hukong Lu as all fierce. But that's a unit I definitely I think is worth uptying to 4. I was just looking at the uptie 4 bonuses for him. Definitely seems like a significant boost. Oh yes, I don't know how well you can tell on the on the stream, but these tooltips are really tiny. That's fine if you click.
키워보지.
Sure.
키워보지.
날 뛰어보라고.
힘 조절이.
피어나라.
써주마. 다음은 어디요?
Oh yeah, I should probably doing okay for SP, but it is. Oh Dawn. Why? Oh wait, you do it fine. You're fine for charge. But I really do need to be careful with Ardor Blossom star equipped. Oh yeah, we have the. Yeah, we'll take care of you before that probably. We can save it for the next phase. Cause it's a Steam sale. If there's any
탈출 개체
recommendations,
확인.
I am
개체가
very
정리되었습니다.
open. Okay, that's okay.
다음은 어디요?
I was definitely gonna pick up the Dishonored games. Actually,
탈출 개체 확인.
I don't think it was actually on sale, but I saw it on I found this one just randomly on a recommended list. It was called Void Stranger. I want to try that out. Even not necessarily a stream games, but definitely want to pick up Slay the Princess as well. Sure.
한바탕 해볼까? 다음은 어디요? 다음은 어디요?
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
So they were mermaids?
아마 파티에 너무 열중한 나머지 규칙을 지키는 걸 잊어버렸겠죠. 그래서
So they ended up getting devoured by a whale. And this deserted ship is the aftermath.
우리 배가 규칙을 어기지 않았어도 규칙을 어겨 파도에 덮쳐진 다른 배와 얽힌다면 어떤 파도냐에 따라서 덩달아서 피해를 볼 수 있어요.
Their single lapse of judgment led to this chilling catastrophe. I mean, given the nature of this lake, I don't know why you'd want to go on a cruise. I remembered Ishmael looking into the lake, muttering to herself. I also remembered the rough, biting words she threw at us. This was the reality of the Great Lake that Ishmael survived before joining us. A place where even the smallest mistake could mean total annihilation. A place where one must struggle endlessly to survive the terrible unknown. So this was the kind of path Ishmael sailed before joining us. If only I'd known. Maybe I could have been more understanding of her. I keep going back to my quarrel with Ishmael back at the boatworks. Can't stop thinking about it.
내려온 인어들은 처리했지만 시간을 지체한다면 저것이 이제 우리를 노리려 들 것이다. 파티는 끝났다. 복귀하도록 하지.
We left the cruise ship as fast as we could. After an indeterminate amount of time. So we didn't find anything. I made the wrong call. I shouldn't have made such a rash decision.
됐어요. 살아남았으면.
And that was that. Ishmael didn't say any more.
그래도 물자는 더 챙길 수 있었어.
어이, 레이더 상에 아까는 잡히지 않았던 커다란 것이 잡힌다.
좌표의 중앙과 현저히 가깝네요.
그렇다면 이 점이
21구의 로보토미 지부 객관.
잠깐 밖에서 바람 좀 쐬고 올게요.
Ishmael slowly returned to the spot by the ship's railings where she stood muttering to herself. For a moment, I wondered if I should follow her like I did earlier, but maybe she wanted some time alone to think about things. I decided to leave her be.
정신 꽉 잡아. 자꾸 감정을 내비쳐서는 안 돼. 내 단 하나의 목표를 이루기로 했잖아. 작사를 그렇게 갈아냈는데. 더 차가워지고 날카로워져야 해. 나에게는 꼭 이루어야 할 목표가 있고 그걸 방해하는 것들, 방해가 될 만한 것들은 전부
Ishmael.
개화하였구려. 이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶군.
The Calamity. Ah, you already know about Book of Hours, right? Yes, yes. I actually have that purchased. I have thumbnails. I want to stream that at some point. I think I should have the thumbnails ready. We're getting there pretty quickly.
저거겠군. 우리의 목적지 유사 로보토미 지부.
파일럿이가 말씀하신 생존자분들 안전하게 계실까요?
살 수 있는 시간은 충분하오. 별일이 없었다면.
Whoa. As Sinclair and Isang shared their thoughts, the large structure loomed ever closer, out of the mist and into our line of sight.
오, 그리 피하군.
Every sinner, save for Yoshu, froze.
그러니까 저게 로보토미 지부라는 말이?
좌표 범위에서 한없이 중앙에 가까울 뿐더러 전달받은 정보와 크기감이 일치하는 것을 보아서는 그렇습니다.
The sight was enough to shut everyone up. To hope that there may be any survivors in the structure was far too optimistic a notion for what appeared before us.
흰 물체들의 사이로 로보토미 코퍼레이션의 문양을 확인할 수 있다.
그럼 진짜로 저게
Only the smeared logo of the Lobotomy Corp branch glistened amidst the mounds of pallid, blasphemous white. This was the undeniable reality we found ourselves in.
대체 무슨 일을 겪으면 저런 꼴이 될 수 있는 거야?
파일럿 씨의 이야기대로라면 쌍갈고리 해적단원들이 이곳을 떠나기 전 마지막으로 남긴 말이 재앙이 오고 있다 였었나요? 우리가 일을 시작한 지 얼마 되지 않았을 적의 일이 생각나는구려. 이런 생체 조직이 들러붙은 분위기가 사뭇 흡사하군.
It's organic. I saw the vein-like structures. I thought it might be more like possibly spider silk, like a nest, but oh.
디사 지부 때? 그때처럼 안에 독가스가 차 있거나 하진 않으려나?
당시에는 배신자가 있었던 것뿐이다. 이번 상황과 비교하기에는 적합한 비교군이 아니다.
상황은 더 심하면 심해지 덜하지는 않을 것 같은데.
그럼 파일럿 씨의 동료분들은
인어가 되진 않았으면 다행이겠군.
So the calamity that Pilot mentioned didn't destroy the Lobotomy Corp branch. It transformed this place into something uncanny. Something so grotesque that a total obliteration would have been preferable to whatever happened here.
세상에는 다양한 형태의 재앙이 있기 마련이니까. 이 대호수에서는 5가지 재앙이 존재한다. 이제는 내게려나.
무슨 뜻이요?
뜻은 차차 알게 될 거다.
재앙은 아무리 조심하고 피하려 해도 찾아오는 법이에요. 그것들은 규칙대로 움직이지 않아도 되는 힘을 가져서 불현듯 찾아오니까요.
지금은 그 재앙이 남기고 간 지옥 속으로 직접 너를 저어 들어갈 시간이군. 로보토미 지부는 바로 옆 호수니 쪽배를 타고 가도록. 만일의 상황을 대비해 나는 이 호수에서 거리를 두고 대기하고 있도록 하지.
Oh, you know. Isn't that exactly why you should be coming with us?
저 양반 속을 누가 알겠어?
After a quick tinkering from Faust, the skiff tied to the side of Mephistopheles began its slow descent. It's the same skiff we used to get to the cruise ship.
이 배는 여러모로 자주 쓰게 되네요.
조망만 해서 아까도 그랬지만 영 미덥지 않단 말이지.
The small engine on the skiff revved gently, and our short, sputtering journey to the Lobotomy Corp branch began.
호수에는 원래 안개가 많이 끼나요? 아까 호수도 그랬고.
주의하는 것이 좋겠소. 안개 속에서 갑작스레 나타나는 것은 모험의 기본 공식이니.
There was a growing sense of trepidation among the sinners as we climbed the pale membrane-enveloped stairs leading up to the Lobotomy Corp branch.
어때 단테? 황금가지 느껴져?
Not yet.
확실해?
Rhodia was visibly disappointed. Maybe she was half hoping that I'd tell her the golden bow wasn't here, so we should turn around and head right back to Mephistopheles.
이런데 올 때마다 내가 유난 떠는 것 같긴 하지만 이번엔 좀 더 기분이 안 좋단 말이지.
The closer we got to the entrance, the more reluctant the Sinner's Gates became. Oh, sorry, I don't like this. As though they were growing increasingly wary that some unseen enemy could ambush them at any second.
뭐 하자는 거죠? 안 갈 건가요?
너는 아무렇지 않은 거야? 우리가 느끼는 이 감각 오히려 너같이 호수에 익숙한 사람이라면 더 강하게 느끼곤 하지 않아?
그래서 안 갈 건가요? 안 갈 사람은 여기에서 기다리던가요.
아저씨, 한참 전부터 저 자식은 말이 안 통했었는데 뭘 기대한 거야?
좀 협조적으로 바뀐 것 같아서 착각이었네.
가긴 가야지.
Ishmael appeared to be the only sinner uninterested in the golden bow. The golden bow, the unfathomable, bone-chilling horrors of the lake. I was starting to believe that she considered all of that nothing but obstacles between her and her mission.
건물 전체를 덮고 있는 이 흰색 점막 같은 건 무엇이요?
Are we... Oh, the Lobotomy Corp drilling ship. Are we in, but it's not a dungeon yet?
곰팡이 같은 걸까요?
균류라고 하기에는 다른 특징들을 지녀야 할 터.
내가 보아도 균류의 형태로는 보이지 않는군. 오히려 살아있는 생체 조직으로 보이는군. 혈관이 마구잡이로 생긴 것 같은 느낌.
어이가 없고 이렇게 못들이 많나.
무슨 의미지?
혼돈에서 피어난 작품에 패턴이 있을 거라고 보나. 전체를 봐라 멍청이.
전체를 생각한다면 이렇게 필요치 않은 담론으로 힘만 빼는 것이 더 불필요해 보이는구려.
I don't want to be smiling anymore.
그대들도 멈출 생각은 아니지 않은가? 저기 이스마엘 양은 이미 저만큼 갔다네.
Oh, are those... Oh dear. Okay, so not... How interesting. So we're not technically in the dungeon? But the whaler. Three unknown enemies. I really don't like body horror. I'm not really looking forward to wherever this is going. Let's see.
순수했던 나날로.
I mean, if we're doing... No, but I am just curious why we're... Unless, like... Maybe we have to get in farther for... I mean, it'd be weird to be... Just with the pattern they set, we always tend to finish with the dungeon. So if it's not gonna be the Ulcorp branch... Maybe we leave and come back? I'm interested. Where is this going? Don Quixote had stopped in... Don Quixote had stopped dead in her tracks. She was looking blankly at a section of the wall.
흥미로운 거라도 발견한 거야, 꼬맹이?
여기 벽에
어?
사람이 들어있어.
모형 아니야?
모형이 이렇게나 생동감을 가질 수 있다면 내가 무릎을 꿇고 제자로 드리라고 하겠어.
잠시만요. 설마 이 사람 파일럿이가 찾던
이보시오! 괜찮은 것인가?
대체 거기에 말을 왜 거는 거야?
이것 보시오! 이자 살아있어!
진짜 나 이렇게 소화 안 되는 기분 느끼는 거 오랜만이야.
이보게들 꺼내줘야지 않겠소? 살아있잖소!
그러고 싶어도 이미 늦은 것 같기도 하네요.
잘라내지 않고서 꺼내놓을 방법이 있나 싶은데.
뭐라?
뭐 한두 번 보는 경험도 아니지 이제.
단단히 벽에 박혀 있다. 일반적인 힘으로는 분리조차도 어렵다. 하지만 일반적이지 않은 힘으로는 반드시 이들의 형체가 부서진다.
용서할 수 없는 악의 소행이로군.
억지로 쑤셔넣은 흔적은 없어 보이는데 놀라워. 아주 자연스럽게 전시되어 있군. 원래 이렇게 태어났던 것처럼 말이지.
이번에야말로 구할 수 있을 거라고 약속까지 했는데.
Unlike the other sinners, Ishmael didn't even spare a glance at those who were trapped within the walls.
관리자님, 저것들을 쳐다보고 있다고 황금 가지가 나타나는 것도 아닌데 전진하자고 말씀 좀 하시죠.
I guess there's nothing we can do for them. Still.
저는 누누이 말했어요. 쓸데없이 시간을 쏟고 싶지 않다고.
이곳에선 호수의 규칙을 신경 쓰지 않아도 될 텐데 좀 더 느긋하게 가도.
둘러봐도 역시 아무도 없는 게 확실할 테니까요.
여기 있지 않은가?
살아있는 척하는 것들이잖아요.
하면
이건 아무리 봐도 그것이고 그것이 지나간 자리에 멀쩡한 사람이 있을 리 없고 그것은 순식간에 모든 걸 집어삼키기도 하지만 다시금 뱉어내기도 하죠. 그리고 그렇게 토해내는 것은 웃기잖아요. 그렇게 뱉어낼 거라면 애초에 삼키는 것조차 하지 말던가. 왜 마주하는 온갖 것을 다 삼키려고 하는지조차 모르겠어.
Are you talking about that same whale you mentioned before?
그 어떤 모험담에도 그런 어마무시한 고래에 대한 이야기는 없었어. 정말 고래가 맞는가?
그러게 준비가 더 필요하다고 말할 때 듣지 그랬어요. 적어도 마음가짐이라도 달리 먹었을 텐데.
So you're saying that whale you met devoured this building?
네,
Can you be sure of that?
그 고래가 지나온 모든 길은 지금처럼 하얀 모습으로 뒤덮이니까요.
거수자 발견.
환상체일까요? 여기가 로보토미 지부인 만큼
그래, 차라리 환상체라고 생각하고 다 썰어버리는 게 낫겠다.
잠깐만요. 생존자일 수도 있어요.
뭐지? 이 안에 인간은 남아있을 리 없다 하지 않았나?
그래서 더 놀라워서 그래요.
어이!
Ishmael! Shouldn't get so close to. Ishmael strides towards the figure.
이스마엘 씨가 뭔가 환상체 같은 정신적인 것에 당하신 거 아닌가요?
그런 징후는 없었다. 저자의 눈빛은 지극히 평소와 같다.
The closer Ishmael gets, the more of the figure's body is taken over by the pallid, off-white membrane. The voice grows increasingly incoherent.
말도 안 돼. 분명 방금까지 사람의 말을 하고 있었어요.
Ishmael.
봤잖아요. 분명.
Ishmael, you have to get away from...
이럴 리가 없어. 내가 알고 있는 게 틀어지면 이 호수에선...
지금은 감정의 동요가 발생했다.
Ishmael! Could have asked one of the sinners to stop her, but before I even realized what I was doing, I was running towards Ishmael. I think it was guilt that pushed me to act. Guilt that I may have played a part in driving Ishmael to this point.
단테, 그대가 나서서는
But guilt can sometimes help. The figure's face shifted again when I approached Ishmael. The white membrane covering their face begins to withdraw, as though an unseen force is peeling it off the skin. The mouth didn't come back, but the eyes that looked at us were unmistakably human-shaped. They were blinking, with effort.
되돌아왔어. 관리자님이 가까이 다가가니까 사라졌어요.
이 황금 가지에 의한 중화작용으로 보이는군요.
Faust approached us.
단테 씨의 머릿속에 있는 그 황금 가지의 조각은 미력할지라도 이 백화 현상을 중화시키는 효과가 있는 것 같습니다.
The figure, whose mouth was still wrapped under a pallid membrane, blinks wearily, as though they could understand what we were saying.
중화요? 아니, 그럼 황금 가지가 있으면
Interesting?
이 인어가 지금 다시 사람으로 돌아올 수 있다고 그런 말을 하는 거죠? 제가 잘 이해했어요? 파우스트?
충분한 검증은 되진 않았지만
가능성만이라도 말씀해 주세요.
Though it was curt, I've never heard such intense desperation in her voice before.
네, 적어도 이곳을 먹고 지나갔다고 추정되는 고래의 인어들은 돌아올 수 있다고 판단됩니다.
관리자 나태님, 진짜 당신 뭐 하는 사람이죠? 꾸역꾸역 밀어넣으려고 노력했던 그날의 기억이 어쩌면 해결법이 있었을 거라는 생각에 자꾸만 눈앞에서 그려지잖아요. 저 고래에게 토해져 버린 채로 가라앉거나 떠다니고 있을 그들이.
Weequeg. Ishmael looked at me with a vacant expression.
당신에겐 들리는 거죠? 그날의 파도 소리가.
Ishmael was right. Emotions of the past began flooding, roaring before me. Ishmael. She stands alone in a sea of tall, rolling waves. I nodded, carefully.
저는 항해사였죠. 해결사기도 했고 뱃사람이기도 했고 그런 마지막에는 우리는 고래잡이라고 불렀어요. 아세요? 아니, 보이세요? 모든 걸 걸고 아무것도 걸 것이 남아있지 않은 사람들의 표정. 그런 것들을 태우고 파도를 가르는 게 고래잡이 배예요.
So, you've seen it yourself? The whale that devoured this place?
지금까지 우리가 만났던 고래들은 사람을 삼키면 아예 자신의 것을 재구성하여 바뀌게 만들죠. 하지만 그 고래는 달라요. 그 창백한 고래에게 삼켜진 이들은 하얀 막에만 감싸진 채 모두 그 형태가 온전하게 남아있었어요. 그걸 온전하다고 하긴 좀 그런가? 외곽을 향해 키를 조종할 때가 간혹 있었죠. 그러면 그 온전한 척하는 배들이 바다에 떠있죠. 선체 전체 하얗게 변해버린 배가요.
Oh, ships.
고래잡이 사이에선 그런 배를 만나면 호수를 이리저리 돌아가는 한이 있더라도 반드시 피하라는 이야기가 전설처럼 전해져 오죠. 그 배는 원래 타고 있던 선원이 가지고 있던 습성이나 능력은 바뀌지 않은 채 그저 호수를 돌아다니는 다른 것들을 습격하는 것이 목적이 된 채로 돌아다니니까. 피쿼드호의 선장이었던 자가 있어요. 그자의 목표가 그거였죠. 자기 손으로 그 창백한 고래를 잡는 것. 그 안에서 생활하는 내내 그자는 그 고래를 잡아내는 것이 얼마나 가치 있고 대단한 일인지 설교를 늘어놨죠.
Show me.
귀가 따갑기도 했고 저자가 제정신이 아니라는 것도 알 수 있었지만 아니지. 어쩌면 우리를 미치게 하는 방법을 정확하게 알고 있던 걸지도 모르겠네요. 어느새 우리도 그 창백한 고래를 잡는 것만이 인생의 유일한 구원이자 숙명이 되었죠. 배 안에 모두를 미쳐버리게 만든 거예요. 그 선장. 결국 우리는 누군가 모든 물을 뿜어낸다는 그 고래를 마주하게 되었고 처참하게 부서지고 집어삼켜져 버렸죠. 차가운 물 속에서 나무 토막을 부여잡고서야 제정신이 돌아왔을 때 눈앞에는 아무것도 남지 않았어요. 붙잡고 있던 것이 그저 나무 토막이 아니었다는 걸 깨닫고서야. 그래서 용서가 되지 않아.
At a certain point, this stopped being a conversation. Ishmael's words grew increasingly aimless, like a vortex of the sea, endlessly whirling in place. Now, it was clear what Ishmael's mission was, where the tip of her razor-sharp harpoon aimed. It was aimed at the captain that drove them all to damnation. An overwhelming tide of hatred and obsession burned fiercely in her direction.
반드시 내 손으로 죽여야만 해요.
There was no room for reason or rationality to convince her otherwise. I suppose bringing up what I saw from Ishmael's obsession, a glimpse of her old captain, won't do anything to help right now. Ishmael, we don't even know if that captain is still alive.
내가 모든 걸 나누었던 동료의 관짝을 붙잡고 살아남아 버렸을 때 마지막까지 그 새끼는 먹혀가는 배 안에서 혼자 그것과 맞서 싸우면서 웃고 있었어요. 그렇게 목숨 바쳐 따르던 선원들은 바다와 외곽 위를 떠다니며 먹혀갔는데 한중에도 없었지. 그놈은 살아있어요. 살아있을 수밖에 없어. 살아있어야만 해. 그러니까 우리는 그 선장을 죽일 때까지 절대로.
Ishmael, I wanted to ask her which we she was referring to, but I was starting to think that nothing I say would improve anything if I didn't outright bring everything crashing down. That was when an imperceptibly light breeze broke through the silence. A solitary butterfly. The Velvet Room. It moves with grace, tinged with fragility, as though it did not fear the weight of this heavy silence. It took a moment to gently flutter onto a puddle.
나비네요.
보통의 나비가 이런 곳을 날아다니고 있을 거라고 생각하나?
After a quick respite, the butterfly fluttered its wings and took off once again.
마치 따라오라는 것 같아요.
한상체가 코빼기도 안 보이더니 드디어 나타난 건가?
I mean, given the whole themes, butterflies. Sorry, I'm a bit overwhelmed from all this. Funeral aberration would be, I would like. The funeral's probably up there with one of my favorite abnormalities. It would be quite fitting right now. It might be a trap, but we're lost. It's the only thing with any sense of direction we have at the moment.
찬성하겠소. 나 개인에게도 궁금함이 생겨.
이들은 계속 무슨 말을 하는 걸까요?
무어라 하고 있지는 않았어. 네, 듣고 있었네만.
일정한 규칙성을 띠고 있긴 하지만 해석은 불가능하군요. 일종의 부호 같은 느낌이죠. 음파와 암호 패턴의 체계를 활용하고 있으니까요.
Don Quixote was at the far back of the line, looking back at the figure.
관리자 나리와 꼭 붙어 있지 않으면 해결되지 않을 일이었던가 보네.
When I walked away, the pallid membrane grew over the face again, burying it, and began to shamble. Is it as Ishmael said? Will they now roam the Great Lake, attacking everyone and everything they come across? Not only their physical senses, but also their sense of self were gone deep under the pallid membrane. Okay. Thank you. Sorry I wasn't, just catching up with everyone who came. Thank you everybody. That scene was so much, I didn't want to interrupt it by saying hi to everybody, but thank you. I know it's quite a bit if you just walked in here. Okay, 2 waves. Palified thing pirate. Palidified thing hook. I don't know how popular it was, but there was the theory that Ishmael was Ahab, which I thought was interesting. It was always an interesting take. I never felt like too strongly about it, but I think we can put that one to rest now. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, I was gonna say when they're talking about frequencies, Morse code. If the target has pallid noise, the target loses 1 SP for every other surviving ally. Bleed, pallid noise. SP loss efficiency +2. If at less than equal to -45 SP and inflicted with this buff, gain noise panic next turn. SP loss efficiency +2. Noise panic. So is that some kind of different kind of panic? Pallid noise, 4 bleed, fragile. Gain 2 offense level and defense level for every living palidified ally, not counting this unit. Crashing filth. At 10% of max HP, inflict 20 SP damage on hit, inflict 1 pallid noise next turn, and then dies. Okay. So, I mean, ideally we'd... Gee, hold on, is this? Okay, it doesn't count as abnormality battle. Because that's one where it's a little hard to control that. Oh, poise. If this unit dealt the final blow, apply 5 poise to all palidified allies. By 1 poise count. Impurity. Gain 1 fragile, target loses 2 SP if this unit loses the clash. Okay, so that's thing pirate, thing hook. Bind, paralyze, bleed, protection. Gain 1 protection for every surviving ally. Gain 2 protection when attacked while this... Okay. When attacked while this unit has a shield, inflict 1 pallid noise to the target. Heal HP by ×2 of the remaining shield HP. Okay. Well, let's... And wait, do they have Pierce? Okay. And then Endure Slash. That's fine. I think we'll just find... I do kind of want to know what the... What do they call it? Noise panic. I'm curious what it does. And 36. I haven't leveled anybody yet, but we can try.
탈출 개체 확인.
I am very interested what it means that this isn't technically the dungeon. Okay, you have 2. Yeah, really aggressive units that are really aggressive on decreasing sanity are not something we've particularly seen. I mean, there's the toad, but the toad's not that threatening anyway. Oh yeah, maybe finally time to do Suncliff. Oh, Ishmael. I will have to be careful of you. Not too bad. And if we have to build to heal fluid sac better, we can.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
Okay, and then Pallid White Mermaid. Sinking. Pallid Noise. Sinking count. Heal by 40% of damage dealt. Copy one of the buffs currently applied to the target. Gain the copied buff next turn. Limited to attack power up, haste, damage up, protection. If there are surviving politified allies at turn end, all enemies with 20 or more SP lose 1 SP for every surviving politified ally, not counting this unit. Okay. So are you all resistant to slash? You want pierce, so if we want to do rip space, you want to do it on one of these ones. Anyone tried the new Ego yet? No. I just wanted to jump into the story without... If I had the units that were a little better with them, I might have used them for one of these fights, but I wanted to jump in the story and not level them. Okay, yeah, that's... I'm saying we're not... Okay. Sure.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
힘들군.
씹는 맛이 있는데.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
얼어라지. 정신 못 차릴 거야. 사표 완료.
다음은 어디요? 이게 바로 소위 말하는 엘리트? 나 승진시켜 주시오, 관리자 나리.
Lake and the Butterfly. Somebody's who's ahead of me. How long? I'm just keeping an eye on the time. Is this another really, really long chapter? Because that'll depend. Maybe it is better to finish off. For the night. But who is the man? Man with flowing head. With a flowing head. I don't know, maybe if we meet this person, then I won't want to stop. Okay, so maybe we will finish up here tonight. Do you plan to have another follow-up stream soon? Yes, yes. So let's talk for a moment. I don't think it will be tomorrow, but likely Friday or the weekend. I don't know exactly yet, but I'll try and get the stream up as soon as I can, as soon as I know. But I think this is an okay place. And then again, we might do smaller episodes, shorter episodes, I should say, than one big long one. It just depends how long it is. But thank you, and I'll just try and avoid spoilers. But thank you, everybody. Thank you. And did the setup seem to work okay? I'm pretty pleased with how well this Steam Deck is working. And I can probably use the mouse and everything. I'm loving this chapter. Yeah, there's probably more I have to say. I'm just a bit like... I've said it before, I have to process stuff before I can put deep thoughts, but I mean, the pacing is great. This change up with us not the branch not being the dungeon is really compelling for me. Oh yes, and Fahrenheit Next, thank you so much for dropping by. But I really am enjoying particularly Ishmael's writing and development so far. It's gonna be interesting because we have had these chapters where there's less resolution for the characters. I want to say like even the first three cantos, there isn't that much resolution. So I'm wondering how they're gonna handle this, because there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of potential, but I'm really I really want to play more, but I hope there's some climax. Yeah, it's one thing I've thought about is just how, after Canto 4 we had like there was such a great climax, particularly with the Millie song. Should we expect that for every chapter? I don't think. Now I want that for every chapter, but I also think if it's, because we still don't know how the cantos are gonna work. We're still not sure how the cantos are gonna work if there's like another set. But we'll see. I'll play more. I have homework to do. But thank you everybody. Once again, thank you. Really excited to see where this goes, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night and good rest of your week if I don't see you. But thank you all so much. Bye bye.